What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tyler and we are going over LCID, Lucid Motors, and the short squeeze that is now beginning. That is weird to say, not CCIV. Now it is LCID. So this is very important. This is a very exciting day to have nailed this on the head. If you are a member of this channel, if you are not, it does not matter. We have been covering this for weeks now, and to see this come to fruition, this is a very exciting moment, and I think this is only the beginning. So with that being said, we're going to go through everything you guys need to know when it comes down to the short squeeze that I do think is starting, like I said, as well as a potential gamma squeeze. Also, what Peter Rawlinson did say today about this merger on Squawk Box on CNBC, as well as go over my positions that I still do currently own in LCID. That's going to take some time to get used to. So make sure to hit that like button if you want more videos like this, as well as comment down below. Let me know what you think about hitting this on the head if you did alongside us, as well as consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. Now, getting into it, guys, like I said, Lucid, that is what it comes up on Robinhood. LCID is the ticker. Now, we're going to get straight into a little bit of technical analysis. I don't want to focus on this too much because I want to talk about the short squeeze, but we did get rejected relatively around the same price we did see just a couple days ago, and that was at the almost $29 price. So we're going to have to break out past this, but nevertheless, CCIV, LCID went up 10.64% in regular trading, only down 0.86%. And one thing to know about these merger events, when there's a lot of hype, you will either see a run up into the actual merger and then a sell off after, or you will see, like we did see with Lucid Motors, you'll see relatively no price action up until the merger, and then once the merger is confirmed and actually goes through, that is where you will see the stock go crazy. But Lucid Motors is way different in the sense there's a lot of people that have been waiting for this for over 6 months now, as well as you do see a very high short interest relative to other SPAC companies that have already merged, right? I'm invested in a couple of these, so I know exactly how they play out. The last one was SoFi, and this happened just like Lucid Motors. You'll see this rally for about 2 weeks after the actual merger does go through, but they didn't even have as high of a short interest as Lucid Motors does currently have. So now back to the technicals, guys. You can see that overall we're in a very bullish trajectory ever since we did hit this low of $17.25. This was back May 17th. That was quite a while ago, but we are in this bullish trajectory, and obviously this move today did confirm everything we've been saying on this channel for the past couple of weeks now. Now, odds are we will gap up yet again tomorrow, maybe go up 10 to 15%, because the simple logic is, if you're investing in a SPAC, I say this in every single video, this is the logic you guys have to know, is that if you're investing in the SPACs, they're only backed at $10, or in Lucid Motors case at $15. So if you're somebody with a lot of money that wants in on this company, like I'm talking millions and millions of dollars, let's say $50 million, you're not going to invest in Lucid Motors at $25 or $30, risk losing 40 to 50% of your money. You're going to wait till the merger does go through, pay a little bit more premium, and then get into your position where it is not risky at all, right? They're in a much better financial situation now, as we will go over later into the video, with about $4.5 billion in cash, which is very important. So odds are a lot of these hedge funds and institutions, while they did take on some smaller positions, they're really waiting to get into their positions until after this merger. So I think that's why we did pop almost 11% for the day, and this does not all happen at once, right? They don't want to shoot the stock price up all at once. This really takes about 2 weeks to fully play out and get these hedge funds and institutions positioned into Lucid Motors. But really, all you guys need to know on a technical basis is obviously we have to break out past $30, which my trades do indicate to you guys that I think this is going to happen. I did indicate that we could go to about $35 to even $50 with a short squeeze, and that is only my opinion. Take these videos with a grain of salt. I'm not a financial advisor, not a financial planner or your dad, so definitely don't listen to anything directly that is said in these videos. Take my opinion in and come to your own conclusions, as well as the factual data. That is very important. I have never once listened to one YouTube video, regardless who it was, and just believed what they said. You always have to fact check what they say, and you should do that for every single YouTuber or any YouTube video that you do watch. But nevertheless, if we do break out past 30, our next resistance level is not till $33. After that, we are free and clear to to go to about $65 before we have any credible resistance level. Like I said, we'll probably find a resistance level around $40 and then ultimately around $50 or $55. But that is only going to happen with a short squeeze as well as a gamma squeeze. We don't know how many contracts are actually held in people's brokerage accounts because they did just start trading for today. Maybe we'll get this information later on into the day after trading, or it might be tomorrow. But we're seeing a lot of volume. We've seen 41,500 for volume on the $30 strike expiring this Friday. So I do think you do have a large potential for a gamma squeeze. If I were to say, you probably got about 15 or 20,000 of these contracts just at the $30 strike that are currently held in people's brokerage accounts, as well as just you're seeing on the low end 1,400 for volume on the $29.50 strike. At the $27 strike, you're seeing almost 12,000 in volume for the day. So if you just say half of that is actually held in people's brokerage accounts, then you're looking at the chance of a significant gamma squeeze going throughout the rest of the week. But that doesn't even matter when you factor in the short interest. The short interest is at 18.03%. The shares that are currently sold short of 37.31 million. That is a very large amount. Now, we didn't see really any activity reflected in the Ortex data for today as far as return shares or borrowed shares, but keep in mind, if we do start to see a lot of return shares and the price action for whatever reason is not going up, we do have the free flow on loan at 28.33%. That is over 10% higher than the actual short interest. So a lot of brokers or hedge funds and institutions have actually took out loans on these shares and they currently hold them in their brokerage account, but they have not sold them short yet. It will come to a certain price, like I said, in between, in my opinion, about $35 and $50, where they will decide to short the stock, and that could have a negative impact on the stock. But nevertheless, if we even go to $35, our trades are going to be home run winners. Nevertheless, $50 or $40. So I really don't care what happens after the short squeeze does happen, and that is really how I am positioned. But the share utilization is currently at 99.99%. So you virtually can't get your hands on any of these shares. Really, all that is going to happen is some of these free flow on loan shares are going to be returned, and then that is really the only way you're going to see that share utilization actually start to come down and more shorts have the availability to short the stock. But nevertheless, the more shorting, the better, because obviously volume is going to come back into the stock sometime soon, right? We did see 31 million for volume. So if we do see an increase in volume yet again tomorrow, I do think that will be the case. In between, if I were to estimate about 45 and 50 million for volume, that should push us straight past $30 per share. But that is basically everything you guys need to know on this. I don't see any potential downside, especially just because we did merge, and like I said, it'll be at least 1 week in my opinion, if not 2 weeks, before we do see a large gap down, which that is going to come. So make sure, if you guys have trades in this just like me, you don't want to catch that knife when it does come down, because eventually it will come down. You'll see this huge rally and then it'll come down very fast as well. But as far as that's all you guys need to know. Let's get into what Peter Rawlinson did say, and he said that it also generated the merger also generated over $4 billion in cash for expansion plans, including Lucid's current factory in Arizona. The funding puts Lucid in a very enviable position compared with rival Tesla, which secured $226 million in its 2010 initial public offering. Lucid CEO Peter Rawlinson said Monday on Squawk Box, the ex-Tesla engineering executive said the merger secures Lucid's financial runway through the end of 2022, so almost till 2023, something we have talked about on this channel. So I don't see any dilution coming in the near term, especially not for a short squeeze. If that's the only thing you're in this for, I'm definitely in this for the long term. I really don't care about the dilution concerns. That's not a concern to me if you do know the facts behind Lucid Motors. He did go on to say, in quotes, "We do have a very illustrious roster of blue chip institutional investors, but we've attracted so much interest from the retail sector as well." Rawlinson said, "It's a testament to the appeal of our product and our technology that we've enjoyed that position." The reverse merger was approved in an extended vote by more than 99% of company shareholders, Klein said in a conference call Thursday. The deal, which valued Lucid at an initial pro forma valuation of $24 billion, was the largest among similar transactions involving EV companies and blank check firms. Previous SPAC deals with EV startups such as Nikola, Fisker, and Lordstown Motors earned valuations of less than $4 billion. As we do know, all these companies have had very bad endings, either close to bankruptcy or there has been fraud with the company. So obviously Lucid is not going to be the case. We're going to have to wait to see how how fast they do get these models actually being delivered, because we do know they have a lot of money on the sidelines with actually refundable deposits if they don't hurry up and get their ass to moving when it does come to producing these vehicles. Now it says Lucid has some difficulty attracting capital until September 2018. That's when Saudi Arabia's foreign wealth jumped in with funding. With an ownership stake of more than 60% in Lucid, the kingdom's public investment fund stands to make a nearly 20 billion profit on an investment of 2.9 billion according to the Wall Street. And this is not a concern as well. There's been some people that have pointed this out, but I do think you're just going to see a higher level of price stability, because I don't think Saudi Arabia thinks Lucid's future is done before they start producing vehicles and actually delivering these vehicles. So nothing I'm too concerned about for at least 5 to 10 years out. I think they really have a long-term outlook on this whole thing. Now, California's based Lucid expects to deliver its new electric vehicle, the Lucid Air, in the second half of this year after delays largely due to the COVID pandemic. Rawlinson previously told CNBC he expects the Air to pave the way for the lineup of future all-electric vehicles, including an SUV starting production in early 2023 and more affordable vehicles down the line. This is very important. The company said Monday it has 11,000 paid reservations for the Lucid Air models. We are topping over 1 billion in revenue. Now, Lucid and Peter Rawlinson himself, they did say they expect about 22 billion in annual revenue by 2026. By my calculations, that would put Lucid Motors at over $400 per share. So a $50,000 investment in Lucid Motors today could potentially be worth $1 million or more in 5 years. That is why I'm so confident on Lucid Motors. Even take that in half. Let's say you get 1,000%, $50,000 into $500,000. I don't think anybody would be mad about that in 5 years. I sure as hell would not be. But he says, in quotes, "We're accelerating our factory to accommodate increased volume. We just started grading the site for 2.7 million square foot expansion." Rawlinson said, "Adding the merger enables strategic judicial growth to expand our manufacturing capability and to mitigate risk as a company." Sorry, I apologize, guys. I cannot read today, apparently. I'm trying to get through this. I have some very important things that are going on after this video, so please bear with me. But that is pretty much all you guys do need to know when it does come to this great information. 11,000 paid reservations for the Lucid Air. That is a new milestone, guys. It's great to get updates like this. Now, let's get into my actual positions. We can obviously see as well, just to point this out, we are going back up in after hours, only down 0.22%. We may start to get a lot of this after hours volume coming in, and we could potentially go over $27 or even $28 by the end of trading in after hours. Probably the hedge funds and institutions getting their positions in line and really reorganizing their portfolios and getting Lucid a spot in these portfolios. Now, as far as my actual options, I do have a Lucid $20 put that I sold, so that is a very bullish trade. By August 20th, if Lucid Motors is under $20, then I would have to buy 100 shares at $20. But if you factor in the $167 premium that I did collect, I would be buying these at $18.33. I am up $101 on this trade, or 60.48%. Also, I do have two $30 calls for August 20th as well. They are currently $176 a piece. Average cost on these $168. I'm up $16 or 4.76%. I was down about 50% on, almost 50% on these contracts, when at one point they were at about $400. So you can't see this today, well, for the past, because we just merged and they switched over. But I had one of these contracts I had bought at $191. It went all the way up to $400. I did not sell out just because I've been waiting for this short squeeze for a very long time, and it looks very obvious to me to not trade this. And with a $30 call, if we go to $40, each of these contracts would be worth $1,000 a piece. So that is really what I'm waiting out for. If we do go to $35 and it looks like the momentum is starting to die down, I might sell out of both of these, and that would still be about $1,000 in pure profit. So if you guys want to be up to date with these trades when they are made, I can help get you into these trades. Keep in mind, it's not financial advice or anything. This is really educational purposes only, but I can help get you into these trades, but I can't tell you when to sell. So take all this with a grain of salt. Literally, this whole video, this is only my opinions mixed in with the facts here. But if you guys do want to be a part of that, check it out. Link down below in the description for the buy and sell alerts. We've been hitting monstrous trades over there, and you'll be notified in real time, whether it's a day trade, swing trade, or long-term investment in stock, options in crypto. So make sure you guys check that out, as well as if you guys want to get totally free stock, use the link for public, also link down below in the description. No need to even link a bank account or deposit a single dollar. You get your free stock in about 3 minutes time. Like I said, it's literally free money. Also, if you guys deposit $100 with the link in the description for Webull, get 4 free stocks, each of them potentially worth up to $2,400 a piece. They give out great stocks. That is also free money. If you are not signed up with Webull, I highly recommend you guys do that as well. It is a better alternative than even Robinhood. They still use payment for order flow, but it's better than Robinhood, and they use less payment for order flow. But with that being said, that is going to conclude this video. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys are doing. What is your price prediction for this short squeeze? Do you think there's going to be a short squeeze? Do you think it's going to dump off? Let me know your guys' opinion, as well as make sure to like that video on your way out to help push this out to as many people as possible that need to hear this information, as well as consider subscribing to the channel. So with that being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I will see you in the next video.